Hello. Hope everyone is having an amazing Wednesday. So in this video, I'm going to discuss the secret ingredient that all millionaires or 99% of millionaires understand, okay? And the first question, most people ask is like, why should I watch this video? Why should I invest my time into watching this video? Like, obviously, time is a very important asset. I'm not a millionaire yet. My business this month is on track to do over $25,000, which isn't bad, as a 21-year-old here in South Africa. Over the last 6 months, my business made well over $100,000. So, as you start out on your business, it's not going to be, my first month I actually made $10,000, which I checked out. It's pretty decent. Like I made $12,700 my first month in business. So like, signing clients, which is pretty amazing. Like my trajectory is pretty fast. Okay. So like, in this video, I just want to quickly get that out of the way. People like to, I don't know, they want to see proof first, okay? Which is obviously, it's fair enough, fair enough. So in this video, basically, I want to talk about time and why that's so important, okay? So a lot of people see money as like a means. It's like the goal. It's the ultimate goal. You want to make $100,000 a month. That's like me as well. I don't know the main reason why I want to do that. Obviously, I want to travel more. That's my goal, at the end of this year is to make $100,000 a month. I'm like 95% certain I'll get there. So, with that, a lot of people are like envious and stuff like that, which is obviously also normal. It's like a bias or it's a cognitive bias most people have. It's like a envy, jealousy tendency. So you want something that other people have. But in this video, I just want to basically share what I know and like how I can help you with this, okay? So the thing that obviously I'm not a millionaire yet, but I study millionaires like 6 hours a day. That's all I do. I just learn, okay? Because Alex Amozio also said you are in a stage of learning, like early 20s, even like teens, you are in a stage of learning. A lot of people optimize for making money, okay? So like they want to make short-term money, but if you just learn and even work for free, like almost as a mentee for a millionaire, you'll learn so much more, which those skills you can translate into money much quicker. So don't optimize for money as quickly because like it's just as I said, like most people see it as a means, it's like the ultimate goal. But it's a means to an end. It's a tool. It's the fuel for getting the good life. So it's essentially the four pillars. It's health, wealth, love, and happiness. Okay. So like after a while, you won't get an increase in happiness. There's a lot of studies done with money. It's like after I think it's $200,000 a year, you don't get it, or like $150,000 a year, which is like $12,000 a month. You don't get an increase in happiness. Okay, there's no increase in happiness really, and even if it is, you just drop back to baseline. You just you buy something nice and then you drop back to baseline. So there's not an increase. And if you read any of Sigmund Freud's work, Civilization and its Discontents, the second chapter, he talks about the purpose of life. And if you look at that no one really knows what the meaning of life is, okay? There's some people say there's no meaning. Some people say everything has meaning. And like if nothing has meaning, like everything also has meaning. But like he says, if you just look at the human, you look at their behavior and every single, it's the first principle of psychology is people run away from pain and pursue pleasure. That's like the meaning. And it's essentially happiness, okay? Happiness is a state where basically nothing is missing. You're not thinking of the past or future. It's like an Eckhart Tolle's teaching. They talk about, fullness, and the Buddha says like emptiness. That's essentially where nothing is missing. That's happiness. That's like bliss, okay? That's like the goal that most people want. And money is basically just, money gets you the things that you will be happy without. So essentially, let's say like food, shelter, water, that kind of thing, right? Money gives you that so you can focus. So you have the time and the bandwidth to focus on happiness and basically getting the good life, okay? So as I mentioned, it's the health, wealth, love, and happiness. So health is the foundation of everything. So without, building your house on sand is pretty stupid, okay? So if you have a shitty foundation, I said on a recent video as well, like you will make more money in the short term, right? If you focus on wealth over health. But in the long term, it's coming back to bite you, okay? So if you want to sustain growth and actually make money for the long term every single month, it's much better just to, small, steady, in all those four aspects, okay? Health, wealth, love, and happiness. And love is basically, friends, family, romance. Wealth is obviously making money, and happiness is essentially your compass. So if you wake up every single morning dreading to go to work, you don't want to do it. Like, it's a third of your life. Like, you, obviously, if you're working like a 9 to 5 at the moment and you want to get out of that, you use the 9 to 5 as like a stepping stone. So, when I started my journey, I was never working a single day in my life, a 9 to 5. I just told that, I was like, no way. And it didn't happen. So I'm pretty lucky about that. And also, I created my own luck. But that's basically just an introduction, on like the health, on wealth and happiness and that kind of thing. But the one thing I want to emphasize in this video is time. So that's the ingredient that most millionaires, obviously I'm not one yet, but I study millionaires, a lot. So like hours a day. So I read books, courses, YouTube videos, that kind of thing. And what all of them understand is time, okay? And Einstein, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, and compound interest works with time as well. So like, the results you have right now is what you did 2 3 years ago. So a lot of people, they do a course, they read a book, and they're like, where's my money? Like, I read this book which is called like How to Become a Millionaire, and in 30 days I'm not a millionaire. Like, what happened? So patience is also a big thing. Like, everyone wants to make money now, but like, just think 10 years ahead. Like, a man who can think in decades is dangerous. Okay, a man who can think in decades is dangerous because he doesn't think about the small things. He only thinks about the big picture. And obviously there's a balance between planning for now and also seeing things for the future and what that will bring. Okay, but time is the main ingredient. Okay, time actually makes millionaires. It's not like time is like the biggest lever you can pull. Okay, so if any habit you're doing right now, whether it's like reading books, doing courses, doing your sales calls, working on your business, going to networking events, seminars, that kind of thing, right? If you did that every single day for 5 years, how far ahead would you be? That's the thing that you should do, okay? Even if it's with bad habits, like let's say you are, smoking or something like that. Let's say you do that every single day for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Like, how bad will that be? So you need to think about this over the long term. So if you read a book now, the knowledge you gain from that book, you won't even remember it in a week, but it's still in your subconscious mind. Okay. So like, when success is basically just making the right decisions. Okay. So if you read a lot of books, a lot of people are like, oh, don't read books, just take action. But like, there's obviously a balance between the two. Like, if you just take action, you're just going to be stupid and make a lot of mistakes. And in The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins, it talks about, it's much easier to just learn from other people. Even Warren Buffett said, you should learn by mistakes, but there's no rule that says it should be your mistakes. So learn from other people's mistakes. They're literally millionaires writing their life's work in books, teaching you how they did it, and people aren't reading it. Crazy. So books are one of the main things. I'm telling you right now. A lot of people say just take action, just do the work, hustle, grind. I'm telling you, books are the thing that's gonna, and it doesn't really seem like it, right? It's like, I'm reading this book, but like, what's happening? Nothing's happening. But you have to look at it like 10 years ahead, 5 years, 10 years. Okay. So even Charlie Morgan in like a recent YouTube video said, you should extend your timeline. Okay. So give it at least 10 years. Even Naval said, it's like, it takes 10 years to build a career in anything. So it takes time. Okay. That's the thing that most people don't understand. Patience. Patience is a virtue. Okay. So, just pick up books and do that every single day for 5 years. I can guarantee no one ever said, oh, I'm reading so much. Like, I wish I didn't. Like, just do that. Trust me. So, and that's the thing with time as well. Even with like compound interest, you might not see the work right now, but if you do sales calls like every single day, just imagine how much further ahead you will be. If you read books on sales as well, you study your previous sales calls, that kind of thing. It's like you will be miles ahead. Okay. If you read 40 books every single year for like 5 years, you are smarter than 99.999% of people. There's a study that 42% of college graduates don't pick up a non-fiction book and read it from front to back ever. or I think it's like in 4 years. But still, like that's the thing with the school system as well. Is like they teach you, you can't teach through force. You have to teach through inspiration. Okay, and that's what the school system completely misunderstood. It's like they are forcing you to do work, and you can't force people. Like I love learning. I do that so much, like all day, basically. Books, YouTube videos, courses. That's all I do. And I do sales calls. That's all I do every single day is sales calls. You know, I already had like 2, 3 today, and I've got like one in 8 minutes. And then I have another one, and then another one. So I have 3 still left. And I got like, I think 20 sales calls a week. Okay. Around like 15 to 20. I do sales calls. I do, I read books, and I go for walks while I listen to audiobooks. While I eat, sometimes I watch a YouTube video, educational YouTube video. Before I go to bed, read 1 hour. I read an hour of a book. I'm currently reading Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. He had a pretty nasty childhood, but you should read that book. And I'm currently also reading The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins. And then I've got like a lot of books on my, Kindle. But anyway, that's the thing. Like, why do you think Warren Buffett reads 600 pages a day? That's what he does. Even Charlie Munger said, like, he's quoted the smartest human being on planet by Warren Buffett. He's like the smartest person on earth. Okay, literally. And he says, there's no time wasted with a book in your hand. Okay, and you can be all this like, obviously I take action. I know how to do that. I've worked 18-hour days. I've worked 16-hour days for months on end, okay? When I started my business, I know how to do that. I haven't missed a single day in the gym in 5 years. Like, I know how to work hard and be disciplined, all that kind of thing. But all these guys say, no, don't work hard. Even Ty Lopez said, like, if he had like one thing to tell his younger self is to be lazier. Even Warren Buffett. Like, I just get all these quotes from people because like then you can't challenge me because I'm just a messenger of these smart people. Even Warren Buffett said like, hard work doesn't kill you, but I wouldn't take the chance. So all these people, they're like, no, don't work hard. And some people, it's completely the opposite. And one thing I've also noticed is like every single strategy works. It's just the one that you resonate with and you want to do. Okay. So I'm going a bit off topic as a flyer, but the secret ingredient is literally just time. Okay. It's like results are guaranteed. Just hear that again. Results in your business are guaranteed, literally, but the timing is not. The timing of when you get it is not. So, a lot of people also judge, like compare. I also do that. That's totally normal. Like I compare myself. Oh, this guy is 21. He's making so much money. There's always going to be people making more money than you. Always. And there's going to be people making less. It's just like, the song J. Cole, Love Yours. Okay. There's always going to be someone doing better. Always. So instead of comparing your biological age, compare your psychological age, which is basically what I call it, your entrepreneurial age. So like, Iman, for example, he was reading a book a week since he was 14 and he's 24 now. So he's basically 10 years old in entrepreneurial age. I'm like 2. I'm 2 years old. And every single year it compounds because like, let's say you read 40 books when you were like 18 to 19, 40 books, like those 40 books, that knowledge compounds on the previous year. And it just like goes like that because, even if you do courses, it might not necessarily help you right now, but like in 2 years' time, you will be confronted with a decision and you will have learned something from your subconscious mind, and you have a heuristic. It just goes like through your brain. It's like the shortcuts in your brain, and you make a decision and it makes you an extra $1 million. That's how it works. Okay. So, and also you don't want to be stupid. Okay. I see a lot of meatheads. They are just, muscle, but no, the six-pack of the body, but they don't have six-pack of the mind. Okay. So very important. Health, foundation. That's the most important thing. I never skip that. I never slack on that ever. Okay. So, go for walks every single day in the sun, without my top, get a tan. And then wealth, obviously read books, do your sales calls, work on your business, develop SOPs. I know all that kind of thing. And then also love, friends, family, romance, and then happiness. If you're waking up every single morning, I don't speak much on love. I don't have much experience on that. Okay. But, happiness, your compass. Okay. If you're waking up every morning and you are basically trading to go to work, obviously there's stages, but still you should, develop an 18-year plan as manage oneself Peter Drucker would say, develop an 18-month plan, and then, to get you out of your situation. It's like a stepping stone, okay? But anyway, I have to get ready for a sales call. It's like 3 minutes. So, yeah, hopefully enjoy this one. It's just all over the place, but, I believe this is like all the things that helped me, okay? And all the things that I've learned on my journey, what I've learned from multi-decker, even billionaires. So, like, this stuff works, okay? So I really implore you to, just take this in and develop. The one thing is to read books, okay? That's what I recommend. 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed, read a book. Very important. Okay, so I'm gonna cut off with that. I'm gonna get ready, hopefully close this client, and then yeah, see you on Friday's video. Bye bye.